So let's get into dividing fractions. Now, suppose we have this 1/2 divided by 1/4. Now, what we're asking is how many times does 1/4 fit inside 1/2? So let's say we have this. And say this is our cake again. And we're going to divide it initially in half. Or roughly in half here. Let me adjust my drawing here. So taking a look at this, what we can do is ask this question: how many fourths fit inside a half? Now, if we were to divide this in the fourths, what we would see is these two pieces would fit inside this half. But let me put it another way. Inside a half, if we cut this in the fourths additionally, well, here's a half. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 fourths. This is a fourth, this is a fourth, this is a fourth, and that's a fourth. So how many fourths are found in a half? Well, there's a fourth. There's another fourth. There's two of them, 1, 2. So this means 1/2. Well, if you divide it by 1/4 or ask the question, how many times does a fourth go into a half? The answer is 2. So just like with multiplication, is there a way we can come up with a formula for this? And there is, and it's a little tricky, but I'll show you how it works. If we want these numbers to give us that number, this is what we can do. It's called KFC. Keep, flip, change. So what do we keep? We're going to keep the first fraction as is. Then we're going to flip the second fraction. And it's only the second fraction that flips. This one doesn't. We're going to keep it. The thing that we change is the division sign. We change it into a multiplication. And then we do a multiplication. So one of the things we do in mathematics is we'll take something that looks kind of unfamiliar and make some changes so it becomes something that's more familiar that we know how to solve. So we multiply directly, we'll get 1 times 4, 1 times 4, and then 2 times that bottom 1. That gives 4/2. Now remember, fractions mean division. So this is 4 divided by 2. Sure enough, get our answer 2. So in general, when we divide, this is what we're going to do. We'll keep the first one exactly the same, flip the second one, and change this to multiplication. Or you can follow this acronym KFC. Keep the first fraction, flip the second fraction, change division to multiplication. And then we just do the direct multiplication to get our answer. And again, we could have some extra work. So suppose we have something like this. Well, we keep the first fraction, flip the second fraction, change division to multiplication. All right, and now we just have to multiply. Directly, 2 times 7, and 3 times 4. 14, 12. Now again, we might have some extra work. This is an even number, and that's an even number. So we can divide top and bottom by 2. And so we get 7 over 6. But we're still not done. This is an improper fraction. We need to convert it to an improper fraction. So we divide 6 into 7. It goes in at most one time. 1 times 6 is 6, subtract is 1. That's it. There's no other numbers to bring down. We'll just keep that remainder. So remember, the top number will always be the whole number. The number doing the dividing is our denominator, and the remainder, what's left over, will oddly enough be the top number or the numerator. So W n over D, well, that'll become 1 and 1/6. And that's the answer. So that's it for an introduction to dividing fractions. Any questions, let me know.